Alright. Well, I've got that set up. I can see my screen, so let's do that. I always, I try to always save having done the cleanup, so I should be good on that. I do actually need to clear out workbenches of my settlements. You don't need reharvesting yet. Okay. But that's just here. Guess I'll start doing guess I'll start doing a cleanup loop. Doesn't actually take that long.
Seems to be growing well.
Collecting food I don't need. To craft stuff I don't need. For money I don't need. Well, at least I get experience for it, though. Yeah, you got attacked, so you've been cleaned out recently. And more than one place getting attacked is why I know I need to clean out the benches. Because them having shit laying around makes it more likely. Despite the excess of defense I have built everywhere.
Seems to be growing well.
Here. Clean you out.
Seems to be growing well.
You do your job. I'll do mine.
Oh, shut up, Ronnie. Yeah, you've got another brace on. I know your typing's not going to be great. And that's fine. I'm just cleaning up some settlements. Because the more shit they have accumulated while I've been gone, the more likely they are to get attacked. Which is just unnecessary bullshit drama.
Seems to be growing well.
Um, if I remembered what I said, um, beyond, you know, having more shit gets them attacked, or more
Seems to be
likely to be
growing well.
attacked. I don't know. They do piss me off like people in real life, though. I can't really claim that the AI is smarter than them, though. The AI does some weird, stupid shit that I'm not sure even real people do. Yeah. Well, the whole having to deal with people in the first place is kind of that. These people all have other jobs, but the AI is still having
Seems to
them
be growing
farm
well.
where crops are no longer planted. Instead of manning the stations, they will still do the jobs, but
Seems to be growing well.
I just have one more to clean up. Besides, before yours. Well, it will be easier to see what we're doing during the day.
Business is...
Oh, hey, Lucas.
Seems to
It
be
might be
growing well.
helpful to see it at night for setting up lighting, because it's hard to tell if it's doing the job you want it to, if it's
My back
daylight.
hurts. My feet hurts.
They also complain at me a lot about stuff I can't do shit about.
Everything hurts.
So, like I told you, I put up a couple of things that either I think you will like, not necessarily where you want them, and a couple of, you know, things just because that are easy enough. It's all easy enough to take down, but first things first. So, well, first I made a platform for this because if you ever want to be modified, if you ever want to be modified or have friends made, having it somewhere is fine, but here it isn't where it needs to be. That's just where there are exactly 3 paintings with kitties, so I gave you all 3, and I figured out how to get cats, or I remembered there was a way that, and I put that on the side. That's also a glowy poster of Mr. Pebbles' first cat in space. See? Now you have 3 cats. I need to go hunting for more bait for that. If you want more than 3 cats, but I started you off with 3. You can't really interact with them, but they're kitties and they have their own bowls. I gave you a stereo that, yeah, kitties, you're welcome. That plays classical music. I figured the nice, clean, red couch and chair would be nice for a waiting room or whatever. And I put some string lights up just to have some lighting in here. Oh. Besides that, I had put up that and that just because, and the dogs are parked over here. But that's more because I had to put them somewhere. But yeah, I also made a little platform for this. So, oh, and I strung power across to and all the way up the lighthouse, so that if you want lights or whatever in there, you can actually hook them, have them work. But yeah, kitties. Good. And yeah, because you don't need to sleep or whatever, you just stand there waiting. Kind of funny that this house has permanent blood stains on the floor right here. But yeah, I gave you kitties. But yeah, I got the power to run right up the middle, which should reach wherever we want to put stuff. I haven't gotten it out up here, but that's probably fine. So, first things first, I think this provides enough light. I don't know if it provides light in a way that you want. My goal when you weren't here was just to get lighting so that I could see things better. I'm just trying to find a spot that isn't as well lit to show you how these, but basic hanging bulb, tacky yellow bug zapper looking wall light. You can actually have street lamps, but I would have to build you more power to actually power them. Well, that's good. Now, get those out of my pocket. Obviously, because of these, there is some not exactly natural, but pre-built in light. Do you want light up the inside of this? Do you want to put stuff in it? You have those platforms where you can have seats and maybe small tables or whatever. Do you want a desk and stuff? Oh, I suppose I can show you what kind of options there are. Well, beds, you don't really need one. Most of the beginning is all this dirty, ratty stuff, as if you scrounged it out I can't imagine you want to build dirty, ratty stuff any more than I would. So I'm going to start from the clean end of the seating. The lighthouse? Probably. There are these versions of larger and smaller chairs as well. There's some ottomans, some colored chairs, and then it gets into ratty stuff. Containers are just that. So if you want, again, a lot of these are dirty and grungy. But there's dressers and little cabinets. Actual wall shelves, which I don't think will work on the rounded walls. But, well, not the ones that hang on the walls anyway. And then there are shelves that coordinate with that. Tables. The clean kinds of desks you have are those and this. Then various degrees of extended. You do have some clean looking options, and then these little round white tables. And miscellaneous. A bunch of stuff you don't need. It matches. I don't know if there's a way for me to do that. I know there are parts out and around, but I don't know that I actually have the ability to build that right now. Yeah, there is that. There are technically, like, actual candle type sconces that you can put up in there too. Yeah, see, I figured if nothing else, you know, there's enough couch cushions for kitties. Oh. There's something. These would be more for outside, but you could have a big, and you can have one page each way, but there are big lion statues you could technically have. In that Lady Liberty coupe green. But, so, this one had a lamp there, but it still glows. So, we want to start with one landing. Oh, I think there were... No, they seem to be in the gross, dirty stuff. Because there are little half tables that you can have, but that's not really enough to sit at. So, chairs, tables, shelves, what kind of thing do you want me to... Or lighting options, because, you know, this one kind of has a glowy spot, but the other landings do not. Oh, so I can show you what the other have a painting of a lighthouse in the lighthouse. It would kind of be funny to have different lighthouse paintings along inside the lighthouse. Those are the 3 kitty ones. Dog, nose. Then you get that stuff. Okay. The little table. So like the little so like this. Chairs. Do you want little colored chairs or bigger comfy chairs? Because you have more variety in these, but you could have these. You may or may not be too close, but you're more for decoration anyway. But there's that. Oh. This level lit well enough for you? Probably. I'm gonna guess yes, but that maybe we'll want something here. Could maybe do a desk. Oh. Yes to desk. And lighting, I'm guessing. No. So there's this bluish one, and then there's this orangish, vaguely wood-looking. I can actually put candles on the desk. Do you want the one that looks more or less toxic when it lights up? It won't actually catch fire. And do you want this facing in or facing the window? This sort of wood. Okay. They won't actually catch fire. But I can put, like, actual candle stumps on it, I think. Facing in. Okay. It would be help if you would scroll in closer to me so that I could... Well, once I've got you down, basically, then I'm gonna just... Here's that. See. It's having a hard time deciding to be on an actual surface, but I can also have it... Why do you not want to be in the... Weird. So it's willing to be there, but that doesn't help your desk. They'll sit right there on the corner. That weird looking egg face. I get that it's supposed to be smiling, it just looks... It looks like an egg yolk to me. And, you know, egg anything coming from you was a little bit funnier. One set of candles, too. That works. And I know there's a lag, so... It needs a chair. It needs a chair. You can have this kind. Something I do, even though it's a little rattier, is it looks more comfortable, is I end up sometimes using... Okay, I can add the other one. This looks like a comfier chair, even if it does look a little beat up. But there are other options that'll also fit. So... The rattier chair, meaning the comfy but old. You usually... Okay, it's the front one that messes up where you're willing to sit. There. The rattier one is this one. It doesn't really need to be placed in a way where you can actually sit in it. So let's have it tucked in, but not clipping through it. There's that. Random portrait of lady. Behind you? Above the window? Beside it? Those are not ladies. I actually know who that is, because these are characters, or these are NPCs. Yeah. So, near side, far side. This way you can see it coming up the stairs, I guess. So. Yeah. I suppose that would work either way because okay. So this one, oh, guess I can show you what else is in here. It's more places and other weird stuff. Advertising for stuff. The only one I like is the one I gave you because kitty. Oh, actually, I think this was a radio drama kind of thing, or comic. Well, radio drama, but so that might be something amusing to you. Oh, if it weren't a anti-communism propaganda poster, you might like that. Um, you like the skull. Well, it's a skull on a spider, so of course you do. Well, let me... You see what I mean? I mean, like I said, it's a propaganda poster, but... I mean, we see how that turned out. Anyway, other things that are in there. More propaganda that isn't even cute, and advertisements for other stuff, and then it gets into, I guess, grungier versions of the previous ones. Yeah, you are a robot. There are some hand washing, employees only, no smoking, and other kinds of things, which you would probably want closer to downstairs. Big old liquor sign, which you don't have. Oh, there is one of these for salon. It's a bit dirty, but we can actually put up a salon sign for you if you want one downstairs somewhere. The lettering for these is super tiny, so it's not super useful from a distance. That's what I use the neon for. There's random stuff. I figured those would be distasteful, and I don't have the parts for them anyway. And then there are flags for varying factions. But I can't imagine you care that much. Oh, there are technically rugs, but most of them are kind of ratty and gross. Well, they're all ratty and variably gross. Just for principle, I could put weapon racks up somewhere for you. um, and then I've never actually interacted with them, so I don't know how I would mount. Yeah, buoys. You're right, buoys do match. What was that? That was in here, I think? No. That was miscellaneous. Shelving. Yeah. Okay, well, technically containers and shelving are a little different, but I'll show you both. Yep. I'm thinking a weapon rack would fit in better in your waiting room, but that's up to you. So, there's the kind of yeah, those kinds of things, but there's the big metal kinds. Can actually put up ones that try to work with the curve of the walls. If I put it low enough, they'll sit under. Then there's bigger kinds of shelves. There's the dingy magazine rack kind of shelves, little spinner kinds. These are at least dark wood, so they actually that'll fit right under the window. Floating shelves. I know there's a lag saw. Because there's these kind, but you like the one under the window? Technically, that poster provides a little bit of light, if you actually want to keep that there. Because the message is kind of shit, but we all know that it also didn't really work out for the fuckers that had the opinion. So, more light. This is good. Put something else in here for other flavor. Okay. And then this one, well, during the day. Oh, no, it looks like there was a lamp here, so it'll have some light all the time. So, the top layer before we actually go outside. Random couch. Okay. More of the red couches are one of the styled ones that kind of match with the chair at the table downstairs. And do you want the red or the blue? Because for couches that aren't ratty, you have 3 options. Obnoxious statue inside, chair on balcony. So, all the, oh, not this chair. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that latch bar to. No. You really don't. Well, you could have a chair right here, because it's not like, that's not what I wanted. So one of the side chair or sectional looking pieces. This or one of the more kitchen chair looking things. And up there looking out or closer to this doorway. I can open the door, but that latch bar is bugged in place. Actually, let's see where the good view is. That's the way that faces the ocean. So, up there or down here would give you the best view if that's what you want to use it for. I figure that is. So, I'll make it and then we can adjust where. If I put it down under the stair or up. Well, if I have it down here, we can give you a little end table to put stuff on to go with it. Actually, I wonder if... Yeah, one of the desk end pieces would actually serve as a reasonable end table. But it only has one leg, it's not really. Or there's a little brown actual end table. Little brown actual one, or something that matches the color desk type one. This one seems like a more practical height. To come out, have a seat, have, you know, something next to you. Okay. So, Gaudi statue. Well, there's different kinds of big Gaudi statues. There's these. And then there's... Oh, his head clips off. He doesn't quite fit. Cat butt. put you in? Can I actually get the cat to fit? Just out of curiosity. Come on. The cat'll fit. I don't know if we can walk by it once it's in. I can place it and we can find out. It's just copper. It does fit. If it fits, it sits. It's a kitty. Let's see if we can actually get around it. Like, maybe. Ha! We can get by you. You could put him on guard outside if you want. The, all historical one. You can have him, downstairs on guard if you want one. So I have a backup so you can actually see him. Do you want a salon sign somewhere? Actually, if we do that, just as a... I mean, what they did was they took the McCarthyist 50s mentality and aesthetic and moved it into the, well, it was 2077 when Shit and Fan met all nuclear style. So, oh. What was that? Display. Weapon racks. These are just pegboard looking things. I don't have lots of good open wall space that doesn't also have lighting on it. That'll actually fit right there. And then I can see about how to actually put stuff on it. There's also the option of I do have I save one of every kind of clothes. So I could put clothes that you would like on one of these, or armor you would like on one of these, if you want one. But other than that, is there anything else you want to put in here? It's not in copyright. I can listen to it all I want. Yeah, I can. Okay. The male or female one? I have suits. I don't know that any of the dresses are good. Also, where would you want it to be? We can make more than one. Put them in corners. Put two there for now. Yeah, you can't actually give them anything, but robots, sit at, by what window? You want one by the windows? Or by this big cat area. But yeah, happiness sits at 50 for bots. But kitties raise happiness, so that's why yours is so much higher. Kitties. Even though you're a robot. Facing customers. Not. Though I could have other ones dressed in black. Ominously illuminating behind people. I don't think I can arm them with shanking implements, but this way they'll at least be customer facing. Told you to stop commenting for a minute. Oh. It's probably complaining because it thinks you're spamming, because you had too many things to say in a shorter period of time. Well, we can pause this here for now anyway. I have shit to go drop off at home, and the, storage full of different kinds of clothes that I can show you on my character, so you can see how they actually look. First things first. Gotta break down the junk. Put those down. So, the weirdness that I've got on now. But, if I ditch the armor, this is what just my vault suit looks like. Nice black outfit. So gonna scroll down past. There's a lot of stuff in here, but a lot of it I don't think you'd be interested in. Gonna skip the dirty stuff entirely. Oh, the fancy suits. If you actually just like my black vault suit, that's fine. I do have hats and bandanas and stuff. I'm just... there are also... I don't know if the regular dresses are engaging. Oh, Lorenzo's suit might... oh, I actually have my general's hat uniform, which I've never actually bothered to try on. So the Nuka World stuff, there's a gang of raiders called the Pack, and they wear, like, dyed, furry, weird shit. I can show you. They wear some weird-ass shit. Oh, I can show you my Nuka Girl rocket suit. Definitely a blue dress. I do have blue dress, but there's also a fancy dress. Just like the sweater and furry stuff is also there's red dress is the fancy one. Sequin dress is also fancy. There are Western themed things. Figuring out glasses and hats is I should back up so that there's... this is how I look in a basic black suit. 3-piece suit, duster. But I don't know if these all look the same, but they're different color variants of this same underbit. That's what those are. The one thing I like about the operators is that they have funky suits. This one has more of a paisley pattern. I actually like paisley. This has a funky pattern to it. It's just a different version of that with woolly pants. Yeah, I don't get how they decided to name those. The dresses, like I said, aren't really... Oh god. Those shoes. Oh. No. I actually haven't looked at most of these things. Oh, this is more a suit that's your kind of style. Well, he's from the 1800s, so that's why his suit would have more style that's with your aesthetic. So this is Lorenzo's suit. But I don't know what a lot of these things actually look like. And I'm curious about what my, I mean, the Minutemen have a specific aesthetic, but apparently this is what my general's, uniform with the hat looks like. Yeah, I figured you'd like Lorenzo's suit. There's that. Oh. Why does it have an exposed midriff? Jesus. Yeah, the operators, I like their style. The regular spacesuits don't do that. Yeah, the pack is weird. But you've... Oh. I wanted to see what these look like. At least the shoes aren't horrific. And the sequins, it's actually not terrible. If you wanted that kind of fancy. But Lorenzo's suit for one of them. Oh, there are still other. And the sequin one. You had mentioned the duster, so I might as well grab it just to show you what it looks like. We can do Lorenzo on the sparkly, or the sequin dress. I like my nice black vault suit. Now I have a lot of shit to put down. I'm not sure if any of the hats I have or the glasses I have would work well with those. I do have a regular fedora, but it doesn't match with the age of Lorenzo's suit, so the aesthetic would probably not work the way you want. Glasses wouldn't really work with it. Oh. Um. I don't know if the generic formal hat will work with it either. Okay. Oh, I also have a lieutenant's hat that I don't have an outfit to go with it. But that regular glasses, I have a variety of I don't think patrolman sunglasses are the aesthetic you're looking for. Regular sunglasses. Let's see. I also have a Trilby, but I think it's a weird color. Where's the regular fedora? No, not the yellow one. Not a bowler. Not battered, not crumpled. I know I have just a regular fedora somewhere. I should. But I'm not seeing one. Why are they all varieties of abused? Worn is even worse. I guess I can look at these and see. Eyeglasses. Oh, right. So these aren't necessarily meant to go together. I'm just checking what they look like. Yeah, that's kind of a vaguely abused hat. Doesn't look entirely horrific. But that's the battered fedora and the eyeglasses. Actually. Yeah, no, those clash terribly. Which I thought they might, but regular sunglasses don't really work with it either. Let's see. Actually, the formal hat doesn't particularly mismatch it the way other stuff might. And anything other than regular eyeglasses wouldn't work with it at all, I don't think. I can try. That one's brim looks funny. Yeah, you also get a better color match it seems, with the formal hat than with the fedoras I've got. But I don't think the other hats or glasses are really going to work out with the dress. So, the two of them will sound fine? I do has pastor's vestments if you really want. And burnt books I can find. Let's see how these actually look. Without those. Yeah, they're not really what you'd expect. These are the... This is not really the right kind of thing. Oh, but it does have a little booklet tucked into the belt. That's something. I hadn't really noticed about this. Cat, why are you whining at me? Shut up. Yeah, it's not really the right kind of look for the thing. Oh, can grab the glasses back. Fuzzy, whiny turd. Inquisitive beep to you too. Well, that's how that looks for now. Kitties. They are all bleep to you too. They are all the same kitty. They didn't bother to design more than one, I guess. just to see how it looks. Oh, it can only have one, so I might as well put something big on it. I only have a pompadour wig, and I do not think you want a pompadour on that mannequin. I think pompadour is the only one I've got. Well, you're at least a large weapon, so I can see how that fits. Okay. So, that gives me a better idea of how to decorate with weapons. Do I have to reflag you? I don't. Do need to re-equip you. But, so there's that. And I'll keep an eye out for a wig that isn't a pompadour. Or maybe a tasteful asterisk, asterisk, cringe, cringe hat. I don't know that I can... I can try.
I just want to trade a few things.
Because I don't know if a robot could equip one. If I can... No, I can't equip it on you. There would be a button for equip. So yeah, maybe a big sword or something on that big one, or I'll downgrade to a smaller one and put smaller stabbies around. If I can't equip that on you, then I'm not going to be able to put... I'm not going to be able to dress you up in any other ways. So, sadly, no. Nothing fancy. I can put big fancy weapons that I have zero use for in here. But, yeah. Rocket launchers and whatnot. Yeah, I know. You want a pompadour to hide that antenna sticking out of the back of your head. But, yeah, we've got you set up with noisy kitties. And the big kitty up there. I don't have bait to turn that on, but that's you can turn it on and off anyway. But, so, this is your, chateau. Oh, that reminds me I didn't show you. I had to test it. I had to test it. And then I avoid looking at it while I was recording in case you saw something. I didn't want to spoil it. Because the kitties were your surprise. Because I'd forgotten that there was a way to trap kitties. Because chat. Oh. So I built 2 of these. I'm out of bait. But I've got 5. That don't seem to be raising the happiness here as much as I would like, but I gave them extra couches. But yeah, I had to name it Chat because cat. And then flanked it with the big kitties. So I made a house just for kitties. With the Mr. Pebbles out front. It's punny. And I was happy that the pun occurred to me. Right? So, Dan had brought up that he had had the idea of making a chessboard with his vault suits, but you need 32, and I don't have that many yet. Vault suits, power armor, but I have lots of them. I don't wear them. They don't work with the way I play the game, but these are specialized ones, or ones that have specialized bits. And then lots and lots of ones that I just accumulate as things go on. It is. We both get the pun. Oh. But so, yeah, this is my main settlement. It's got lots of turrets. And yeah, I will eventually have enough to do a chessboard. Now, you can build actual stealth fields into them, but yeah, it's big and clangy, and I don't wanna. And you have to keep powering them, otherwise you can't do stuff. You can, however, stick the landing no matter how high. You can do the superhero landing at them and not fuck up your knees. But they don't really work with my approach to stuff. But yeah. Actually, that's the house you live in when the game starts, before the war. I don't use it now, but that's technically where your character's from. And the vault you were cryogenically frozen in is up there. Oh. The other thing that comes to mind is, like I said, I have some big, semi-unique, or actually unique weapons that I can put those back in there now. The Cryolator is a big freezing gun. So that's something I could maybe just hang on your wall. The Alien Blaster is a small weapon. This is a modified personal nuke launcher. So that's a big weapon that could sit on your wall. Railgun, in that it shoots railroad spikes. Large gun. A broadsider. Personal naval cannon. Actually, you're at a lighthouse. That's even fitting, having the broadsider on your wall. So I do have some large weapons that I will never use that we can decorate with. But for the theme and the placement of where it is, I think the broadsider is a good touch. So that's the thing. Did I? Right. You keep accumulating those, and I keep not using them. Right? Let's see how it looks. also build a smaller rack. If only I could do that for myself, right? What do you mean, no? Stingy fucker? What do you mean, no? This is trickier to do. No, clipping through it is not helpful. Well, that's the alternative. Can I get you to prop up like this, though? I think that's about the best I can do, then. It would be cooler if it were... Maybe if I'm careful, I can prop it on a wall shelf. But, display case that it's too fat for. Will do. Right, Cat? Right. There. Okay. I think that's a... Oh, right. I mean, they're centered under the windows out front. I couldn't think of a better place to stick them. But... What do you think? Anything else you want done? Other than I should keep an eye out for a wig for that mannequin. Kitties need cushions. Ugly mattresses is not... I think more ottomans is going to be the closest I can get to actually giving them more cushions. Because I can find and bring pillows, but those are not... and I don't know that they ever actually interact with furniture. I don't think they do. Otherwise, you know. I mean, I gave them, just like I gave mine furniture. Anyway, just on principle, but I don't think they'll actually jump up on it. It'd be nice if they did. They seem to just pace around and eat. Roboed. And it was entirely unnecessary because you have to place them by the letter, but I had to. But yeah, I think it's not bad. Good dogs. Cool. Well, if you don't want anything else in it, at least not for now, because I can maybe find additional things that can be built, and find a wig for that mannequin, because, yeah, I think we're good, and I need to make food, because I took a nap, but I didn't eat. So, I'm going to leave your Francis house like this, and talk to you very shortly, actually.